Hello everyone, this is Bhumika Patil. In the first part of this chapter, we discussed about classification of MSME and support systems. In the second part of this chapter, we are going to see about following learning outcomes. The learning outcomes of this chapter are role of government in entrepreneurship and break-even point. Role of government in supporting entrepreneurship. MSME, that is small medium enterprises, have strategic importance for each national economy due a wide range of reasons, such as simpler way to create new job positions, increasing GDP means gross domestic product, and rising standards of population. Therefore, government are supporting entrepreneurship and encouraging and supporting people who dare to start their own business. Every surviving and successful business means new jobs and growth of GDP. Government create different types of support institutions to provide information on regulation, standard, taxation, custom duties and marketing issues, to advise on business planning, marketing and accountancy, quality control and assurance, to create incubator units providing the space and infrastructure for business, beginners and innovative companies, and helping them to solve technological problems and to search for know how and promote innovation, and last, to help in looking for partners in order to stimulate entrepreneurship and improve the business environment for small enterprises. Continuing with support institutions which also provide training, marketing assistance, promotional schemes, concession on excise duty and credit facility to MSME. Credit to micro, small, and medium scale sector has been covered under priority sector lending by banks. Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDBI, has been established as the apex institutions for financing the MSME. Loans up to 5 lakhs rupees are made available by the banks without insisting on security or guarantee. Further, credit guarantee funds for micro, small and medium enterprises has been set up to provide guarantee for loans to MSME up to rupees 25 lakhs, extended by commercial banks and some regional rural banks. In last slides of this part, we seen about role of government in entrepreneurship. From this slide, we are going to see about break-even point, which helps in entrepreneurship or in a business. The break-even point (BEP) or break-even level represents the sales amount in either unit, that is quantity, or revenue, that is sales terms, that is required to cover total cost consisting of both fixed and variable cost to the company. Total profit at the break even point is zero. It is only possible for a firm to pass the break even point if the rupees values of sales is higher than the variable costs per unit. This means that the selling price of the goods must be higher than what the company paid for the goods or its component for them to cover the initial price they paid. Once they surpass the break even point, the company can start making a profit. The break even point is one of the most commonly used concept of financial analysis and is not only limited to economic use but can also be used by entrepreneurs, accountants, financial planners, managers and even marketers. Break even point can be useful to all avenues of business as it allows employees to identify required outputs and work towards meeting these. The break-even value is not a generic value and will vary dependent on individual businesses. Some businesses may have a higher or lower break-even point. However, it is important to each business develop a break even point calculation, as this will enable them to see the number of units they need to sell to cover their variable costs. Each sale will also make a contribution to the payment of fixed costs as well. For example, a business that sells tables need to make annual sales of 200 tables to break even. At present, the company is selling fewer than 200 tables and is therefore operating at loss. As a business, they must consider increasing the number of tables they sell annually in order to make enough money to pay fixed and variable costs. If the business does not think that they can sell the required number of units, they could consider the following points. Reduce the fixed costs. This could be done through a number of negotiations, such as reductions in rent payment or through better management of bills or other costs. Reduce the variable cost, which could be done by finding a new supplier that sells tables for less. Either option can reduce the break even point, so the business need not sell as many tables as before and could still pay fixed costs. In this slide, we are going to see about purpose of break even point. The main purpose of break even analysis is to determine the minimum output that must be exceeded for a business to profit. It also is a rough indicator of the earnings impact of a marketing activity. A firm can analyze ideal output levels to be knowledgeable on the amount of sales and revenue that would meet and surpass the break even point. If a business doesn't meet this level, it often becomes difficult to continuing operation. Second, the break even point is one of the simplest yet least used analytical tools. Identifying a break even point helps provide a dynamic view of relationship between sales, costs and profits. For example, expressing break even sales as the percentage of actual sales can help managers to understand when to expect to break even by linking the percent to when in the week or month this percent of sales might occur. The break even point is a special case of target income sales where target income is zero, that is break even. This is very important for financial analysis. Any sales made past the break even point can be considered profit, means after all initial costs have been paid. Break even analysis can also provide a data that can be useful to the marketing department of a business, as well as it provides financial goals that the business can pass on to marketers so they can try to increase sales. Break even analysis can also help businesses see where they could restructure or cut costs for optimum results. This may, in, this may help the business become more effective and achieve higher returns. In many cases, if an entrepreneurial venture is seeking to get off the ground and enter into a market, it is advised that they formulate a break even analysis to suggest to potential financial backers that the business has the potential to be viable and at what points. In accounting, a break even point is calculated by dividing the fixed cost of production by the price per unit minus the variable costs and product of production. The break even point is the level of production at which the costs of production equal the revenues for a product. In investing, the break even point is said to be achieved when the market price of an asset is the same as its original costs. Thank you. Here we end the third chapter. Thank you once again.